So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Big 20. Let's go now. Let's go. Hey, 4 down. Hey, 4 down. Tag 53.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Real right, 22.
On the ground, it's Riddick. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9.
On second down, Anderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on third down. Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hurry!
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory, or might he go for it?
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Bell so light on his feet, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney!
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. Breaks a tackle. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Lions heading out, coming off a 9-7 finish a season ago. Another year without a playoff victory. And we said it last season, Charles. Unbelievable. They've won only one playoff game since the 1957 NFL championship game back when you were in high school.
Not junior high.
And that one win was way back in January of 1992.
They do have optimism, though, because this team has been building. And I thought that their draft of 2018 signaled that they really want to help their magnificent quarterback, Matthew Stafford, and take the pressure off of him to produce 5,000-yard passing seasons, because they drafted Kerryon Johnson, a running back out of Auburn, and in free agency got LeGarrette Blount, which signals to me that they want to play a little brute force football. They want to batter some people and take the ball out of the hands of Stafford so often. If they can do that, that'll allow them to slug it out with Green Bay and Minnesota for maybe a division title in the NFC North. And last but not least, you know who they've beaten 57?
Who?
The Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to get back to their former glory.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Single, slot. Tag 52, let's go. Zero.
To throw is Stafford. Flush to his right. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And oh, he coughed it up. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
Gone!
Now Darnold. He's going to air one out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. He was looking for a Nunwa there. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back. In one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hey, tag 50 left. 11. Double right. Hey, go here.
On second down, here's Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The Jets making their way out. Last year, the impressive 3-2 start. A lot of people predicted they would go 0-16, but then after that start, they sort of collapsed. Just 2 wins after week 5. So as we look ahead to this year, Charles, what can we expect from the Jets?
Well, I would expect them to continue to play with great effort because their head coach Todd Bowles demands that. But Sam Darnold, their #1 draft choice, he will be the key to their season. The faster that he plays well.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We got three down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
On the ball, on the ball. Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Kerryon Johnson better hold on to that football. That's the first touchdown of his NFL career as they have taken the lead. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
11.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Stay 50, stay 50. 10. Light. Hey, give me radar.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now it's Stafford. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Lions are able to grow their lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater, and the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you could kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people...
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, it's Darnold. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. On first down, Stafford here. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
11, 11.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And Hill running right through it. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out come the Jets. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They go play action here on first down. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Bell. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know a field goal ties it, but I'm not just tempted to go for it. I say do it. At this spot of the field, go get the touchdown.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will knot us up at 10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, 22!
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 23 yards on the play.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
22! White.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And an alley to run. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. A give to Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Gone!
Faking the give, Darnold. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hurry up, get set. Jumbo!
Here's Stafford now on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
11 more on that one and another first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Johnson. Carry on Johnson better hold on to that football. That's the first touchdown of his NFL career. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Detroit! Gone!
On first down, Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. On second down, Darnold. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
He'll get it up the middle. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Here's Bell. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. Offense on for fourth down.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin the drive with Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Let's go now, let's go. Zero. Hey, 22. 20 hot. 10. 20 hot. 20 hot.
Now it's Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Crowder. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New York set to take the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run it with Bell. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Set. 180.
And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, Week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Lions, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Be here again. It's the